Well, today is 29th, I think, of October, and with my Echo hand blower, I blowed as much leaves as I could, but you can see the millions of leaves still up there, and you know, it vibrates, so and I have to keep switching off hands and everything. And I can only do so much, and then I have to put it away because it vibrates too much. It's just the way it is. I paid under $100 for that little Echo. It does a pretty good job. So I just got the deck and the walkway, but there's still leaves coming down. So pretty soon it'll be leaf plow time, hillbilly leaf plow time. Do you notice something different about today's video? No more beeping. Been listening to that since May. The beginning of May. No more beeping. The road is all paved, but that's not open yet. It's supposed to be open either today or tomorrow because they're putting the guardrails up. I might show you a little bit of that. They're putting up the guardrails over here. That's what they're doing. So I don't see how that's going to be open today because they haven't done this side yet. Well, today I figured I'd run the generator. It's been about a month. I don't like to do that long. I like to run it every maybe 3 weeks or so. And I got this cheap $10 Behr paint. That's the same stuff I used on the shed. It don't protect the wood at all, but it's what I've used on the rest of the shed. It matches. So I'm putting another coat on these split doors here that I split down. I think I got a video on that. So I figured I'd run the generator while I'm doing this. And generator's been running about 15 minutes now. We'll be shutting it off shortly. I have the fan going here, not that I need it, but I put a load on it. You notice on the exhaust over here, I got a brace on it. I showed you that before, but in case you were wondering what that thing is, that keeps the stack from turning because it'll literally turn like that, then it'll get jammed in the dryer vent that's on the side of the door there, and the exhaust will be coming out the side and being blocked. So I'll show you a close-up of that.
Oh, can I help you, sir? I'm looking for George Stevens. Stevens? Tell me.
You gotta be kidding me. So basically, that keeps it from turning. There's 2 screws on the flange there that I have to tighten up the nuts on every so often so that they, they loosen up with the vibration. And those of you who have been following the generator house rebuild of lately, you remember when I had the little tiny one that was made, I think in 2011 or 2012, I don't remember. And we built this one, which is a much better thing that I keep the generator in. There's a video series on that if you have not seen it. As for this painting, I have better quality Behr. Matter of fact, I got real good quality. They had it for $10 a gallon. It's redwood also that somebody had mixed up and didn't claim it or something, and so I got it at Home Depot for a real good deal last month. So, but I don't want to use that because that takes a little longer to dry than this, and it has like a slight sheen to it. It's like a semi-gloss. It would not look good on this, but I figured to do the picnic table here. And you're wondering what this 2x8 is here? That is just that. It's an extra 2x8 that I laid out here that I bought at Home Depot a couple months ago. So I just set it out here. I really need to paint this pressure treated wood, but I was going to do the whole picnic table in the good stuff, the good bear that I was just talking about, which is in the house now so it don't freeze. But I don't know, maybe I'll stick one coat of that stuff there on this. That's pressure treated anyway, so it isn't going to really matter, and put the good stuff on it probably next spring because it's going to rain this afternoon. I think we're going to go shut the generator down now. We ran it long enough. I got two shut-off cocks on there because the ethanol that's in the gas, the original one still drips, so I had to add another one. I did that, I don't know, a year or so ago. So now, in order to get all the gas out, you want to choke it partially. You can hear it now, it's running out of gas. We gotta see it smoothed out because I put the choke about half to almost 3/4 closed. That'll get all the gas out of it, out of the bowl, or most all of it. And I use stable. I use a little more stable than what you really need. And I add fresh gas. Now it's surging. It should stop any time now. And when this cools down, I'll check to make sure this isn't loose. Because if it loosens, there'll be a problem in there. Nice day today, I run it with everything open, but when it's raining or bad weather, I have to close it all up, and that's why we got the vent. Like I say, there's a video on this too, for those of you who are new to my channel. I took the load off. You always want to shut the generator down with the load off, so I pulled the fan. Okay, now we shut this off, and we put the choke on, so we'll have it on for next time. All right, that ran for, I would say, a good 20-25 minutes. Now when this cools down, I'll check and make sure this is tight. It's still straight, so I don't think it moved, because what happens is it would turn sideways. It's happened to me before I put this in. I had a set screw in here, and it turned. So what I did is I put pop rivets in there, and I put one here and I put one here. Then I added this, so that keeps the pipe nice and straight. And of course, naturally, I removed the spark arrestor. Okay, I'm going to continue with this. I'm going to turn this one over and paint the other side. I'll do all that off camera. You don't need to see me paint. Like I say, this stuff really is for cosmetic. I mean, this is the cheapest bears you can get for redwood solid stain. I have to laugh, oil latex, you know. I talked to the representative of them, and there's a little bit of oil I guess they put in here, but it don't protect the wood. It's cosmetic, that's all it is. Whereas the other stuff that I've got supposed to be a lot better. And it's expensive, and I got it for $10 because somebody wanted it and then changed their mind, I guess. So I'll show you the other paint. It's in the house. Okay, I taped the label on because it was coming off. It's brand new. This is the actual paint, and it doesn't scrape off. It's good and tough. It's Behr Premium Plus Exterior Semi-Latex, and that's the color. It's a perfect match for my picnic table and stuff, but it is semi-gloss, so I don't want to use it on the shed over there, although it would protect it. I want to save this for the redwood portion of the front porch when I do it again, and also for this picnic table. So this is good stuff here. Of all the Behr paints I've used, it's really good. you know. Alright, let me get back to work here, and I'll turn this over, because I want to try to get this stuff to dry. It doesn't look like it's drying too good. I hope it dries before tonight, or this afternoon, when it's supposed to be raining. It looks good now, but you never know. And because I don't want to handle it now, I got my good clothes on. I have a habit of painting with my good clothes, and then I ruin my pants and shirt, and then they become work clothes. And that's not good. Alright. Nothing more than watercolor, that's all that stuff is, but at least it blends with the rest of the table. But I'll do the whole thing with the good paint, you know, when I probably next spring, I guess. Yeah, it looks good, but that's about all. It does nothing to protect the wood. This is exterior 1/2-inch plywood that I used when I built the Gen house, but you know, this, you want the flat look, you don't want the gloss, so I won't put that on there. Okay, now over here, I showed you all this before. Those of you who haven't, just look back on my newest Gen house construction video. This is just a clamp that goes down into here and holds it from moving any more than it has to. And it does vibrate, of course, naturally. The whole thing is moving and vibrating, but I have to check the nuts on the back here every once in a while and make sure that they're still tight, because when this is, I found this one time like this, and that was before I put the rivets in here and stuff. So this is all ready to close up. Earlier in this video, I told you about the leaves and everything with the leaf blower that I have, which works pretty good, and it's this one right here. It's an Echo. I bought it 2 or 3 years ago. An Echo PB250. Now, she runs good. You have to leave it, you have to play around with the choke until it gets fully warmed up, and it's all right. But the only thing is, you know, I'm vibrating. You know, it vibrates a lot. Two-cycle engines, I guess, are that way. But you know, I mean, it was under $100, so I mean, that's my budget. You know, the professional ones, I guess, they're really quiet, and they don't shake you all up. So I have to keep going back and forth from the left hand to the right hand, then from the right hand to the left. I have to do that many times when I'm doing the yard. It gets to a point where, you know, I'm like this after a while, and I get pins and needles in my hands and fingers. So I end up getting the rake out and finishing this. To really do this, I need to get my Hillbilly leaf plow out. You've seen a video on that. As a matter of fact, there's a video on it also on the Spindle Legs channel, which is not very active these days. You can always look at that. But all these leaves have yet to come down, so I'm not going to go too crazy with this. I'll just keep this area clear here, and when all the leaves are down, then I can do a good job. By that time, there'll probably be snow on the ground. Thanks for watching.